Hey guys! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something super important, because if you're here, it's likely you're looking to build a strong, meaningful connection with someone special. And guess what? You've got what it takes. But let's talk about how to become her dream guy. Not some version of you that's fake, but the real, authentic you, a guy who's confident, kind, and truly invests in relationships. So let's get started. Alright, the first secret is about confidence. Now, I'm not talking about the kind of confidence that's all bravado and swagger. That's the kind that can come off as arrogant. Nope. I'm talking about genuine confidence, the kind that says, I know who I am, and I'm okay with it. It's the confidence that lets you walk into a room and not feel like you need to prove anything. Because, hey, you don't need to prove anything to anyone. You're enough just as you are. So why is this important? Because when you're genuinely confident, you exude a calm assurance that's incredibly attractive. It's like a magnetic force that draws people in. Imagine being with someone who's not afraid to be themselves. It's a breath of fresh air. People want to be around that energy. But here's the thing, confidence isn't about never feeling nervous or unsure. It's about showing up despite those feelings. It's about knowing that even if you stumble or make a mistake, you can handle it. And the best part? Confidence grows with practice. So, work on it every day. Talk to people, step out of your comfort zone, and remember that it's okay to be vulnerable because that's where real connections start. Now, let's talk about active listening. This isn't just about hearing what someone says, it's about truly listening, to understand, not just to reply. Think about the last time you were in a conversation, and the other person was more interested in what they were going to say next than what you were saying. How did that feel? Probably a little dismissed, right? So, why is active listening important? Because it makes the other person feel valued and respected. It shows that you care about their thoughts and feelings. When you're genuinely listening, you're building trust and intimacy. And here's the kicker, people remember how you made them feel long after they've forgotten what you said. So, how do you do it? First, put down your phone. Eliminate distractions. When she's talking, focus on her. Use verbal cues like I see or that's interesting to show you're engaged. And maybe, just maybe, don't plan your response while she's still speaking. Trust me, she'll notice the difference. Next up, showing consistent emotional support. Now, I'm not saying you need to be her emotional pillar all the time, though that's a heavy burden no one should carry. What I'm talking about is being there for her, validating her feelings, and supporting her through the highs and lows. Because let's face it, life isn't all smooth sailing. Why does this matter? Because it builds a deep connection. When you're supportive, you create a safe space where she feels comfortable being herself. It's about letting her know she can count on you, not just when things are great, but especially when she's feeling down. But here's the thing, being supportive doesn't mean you have to fix everything. Sometimes, all she needs is someone to listen and say, that sounds tough. I'm here for you. So, let her share her feelings without jumping in with solutions. Just be present. Alright, now we're on to cultivating your own passions and interests. This might seem counterintuitive, but it's one of the most important things. Why? Because when you're passionate about your own life, you're more interesting to be around. And, honestly, no one wants to date a guy who's one-dimensional or only interested in what she's doing. So, why is this important? Well, it shows that you have a life outside of the relationship. It's about balance, being able to invest in her but also having your own hobbies and interests. Plus, when you're passionate, you bring that energy into the relationship, making it more vibrant and dynamic. Plus, it's a great way to connect on a deeper level. If you share a common interest, like sports or music, you've instantly got something to talk about. And even if you don't, being open and excited about your passions can inspire her to share hers too. But, alright, we're all human, And it's easy to fall into the trap of focusing too much on the relationship and neglecting yourself. So, remember, take time for yourself. Do things that make you happy and fulfilled. Because when you're happy, it reflects in the relationship. And finally, communication. Open and honest communication is the bedrock of any strong relationship. Without it, misunderstandings and resentments can build up. And trust me, once that happens, it's hard to rebuild. So, why is this important? Because it's how you navigate the ups and downs. It's how you set boundaries, express your needs, and work through conflicts. And it's how you build that all-important trust. But here's the thing, communication isn't just about talking. It's about listening, too. It's about being honest, even when it's hard. And it's about being open to hearing her side of things, even when you might not agree. So, how do you do it? Start by having those tough conversations. Be honest about your feelings, but also considerate of hers. And remember, it's not about winning. It's about understanding and working together. Now, let's talk about mistakes men make. So, when it comes to confidence, the mistake is often overcompensating, trying too hard to appear confident, when it just comes off as arrogance. Remember, genuine confidence is about being comfortable in your own skin. When it comes to active listening, the mistake is multitasking. Being distracted by your phone or thinking about your response while she's speaking. Put the phone down, focus on her, and truly listen. With emotional support, the mistake is trying to fix everything. Sometimes, all she needs is someone to listen. So, don't feel the need to solve every problem, just be there. When it comes to passions and interests, the mistake is neglecting your own. It's easy to focus entirely on the relationship, but remember, both of you need to have lives outside of each other. So, make time for your hobbies and interests. And finally, with communication, the mistake is avoiding difficult conversations. It's tempting to sweep things under the rug, but that only leads to bigger problems down the line. So, address issues early and honestly. So, to wrap this up, guys, these 5 secrets aren't just about becoming her dream guy. They're about becoming the best version of yourself. Because when you show up with confidence, listen actively, support her emotionally, cultivate your passions, and communicate openly, you're building a relationship that's built to last. And isn't that what we all want? So, take these tips, put them into practice, and remember, it's a journey. There will be ups and downs, but as long as you stay committed to being your authentic, best self, you'll not only become her dream guy but also the guy who's truly living his best life. Alright, guys, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you implemented any of these tips? What's worked for you? Drop a comment below and let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Until next time, keep being your best self.